Welcome once again, good day viewers. I'm happy to have you with me in another lesson. So thank you for coming. I'm sure that this time around you're going to be adding more value to your knowledge and to yourself as a person, as a student. So please do not forget that all the time when you're done listening to this video or watching, taking down your notes, don't fail to go back to the exam guide to test your proficiency in what you've learned. Questions are all there for the topics discussed for you to test what you've learned repeatedly so that you can become more acquainted and aware about them. Let's go. So today we are looking at large-scale retailing. Please make sure you have your writing materials with you so that you don't miss out on anything new or explanations I'll be giving so you can put it down. Thank you. So we discussed small-scale retailing in our previous lesson. So now we are coming into large-scale retailing, all under home trade in the division of trade. Okay, so we divided trade to home trade and foreign trade. We've dealt with the aspect of home trade that talks about retail trade, and we talk about small-scale retail trade, and now we're moving into large-scale retail trade under home trade. Okay, and retail trade as well. So today we'll look at this following. We'll describe the following large-scale retail trade that is mail order business, hypermarket, variety store, retail or wholesale, or cooperative societies. Then we explain the characteristics of each of the large-scale retailing we have. Then state the advantages and their disadvantages. This is the three major aspects we're going to be looking at in this video, helping us. We know that God's grace is there, so we can move around and then you'll be able to get what you need. So today, we may be hearing this expression or terminology, mail order business. You say mail, okay, fine, it's what? It's parcel. It's maybe electronic, all right, mail. So, but in this case, we're talking about business, right? So this is a form of business, of large-scale business or retail trade in which buying and selling are done by post, that is through the post office. Okay, payment is made by either cash with order, that's CWO, or cash on delivery. So these two methods of payment are common toward the mail order business, CWO or COD. These are abbreviations or method of payment in business, all right, basically home trade. So cash with order or cash on delivery. So mail order is what? Is the buying and selling that is done by post through the post office. Okay, that's taken. You can see this is a picture of somebody who is trying to engage in mail order business by either buying or selling. Okay, so in front of a system trying to connect with a customer to exchange values, right? That's what it means. Okay, so the features of mail order business include the following, not exhaustive though. Shopping by post. This is the major feature of mail order business. Buying and selling by post. That is, you log on to a network or a website of the seller and make an order, and then it is sent to you by post, or of course, you go through the post office process to send it via their channel to the recipient, or you get it through them as well. So selling by post or shopping by post, sending requests through the post office and getting feedback, all right, and then getting your goods as well. So that can be done through the post office. That's one. Then you have intensive advertising is done as well, because these people can use various means to advertise. As you receive your parcel, they can attach some pamphlet in it, and they can also talk about it via social media and other means. Of course, they advertise a lot to make sure that consumers and customers alike are well informed and updated and always reminded about the business aspect of mail. Okay, so they do intensive advertising, continuous one for that matter. They deal on durable goods. Of course, the goods that they sell through this means is not perishable. Even if they are not easily perishable. It could take some time, but of course they deal more on durable goods, so it's more of things that cannot easily get bad That's what they deal with. So, okay, because they're going to have logistics in moving them from one location to another, which is sometimes a very far distance. So that's one of the features. We have elimination of middlemen. Okay, so these people, they find a way to sell or buy directly with the consumer or customer. So in this case, there is no middleman to do their own job to get extra money from the process. So their business help to eliminate involvement of middlemen in the process of delivery or production, of course, yes. Then it attracts packaging. Attractive packaging are also done. This is because they are expert in dispatch and delivery. They know how to present these packages to the recipient, and it makes so much appealing to the recipient. It gives you some pride to say, okay, look at what I've got. So their features is that they package their parcels very attractively so that consumers or customers will appreciate it. It's sort of advertisement, of course. Home delivery is also done. They bring the goods directly to your house or to your address where you have registered for the mail to be delivered. And so that's one of the ways, or you should know, a mail order business. Who are the use of catalog? Catalog, like I said before, I talked about pamphlet. Catalog are also used. These are documents that has images of goods produced by these companies that they are selling, right? There are different sizes and species, the prices as well, the different colors and the sizes. So these are the things that are there to attract you, to make you buy, just to advertise to you. Of course, you have a full view, a relaxed view of what they sell, what the company can provide, as many as you can imagine. So they advertise through a catalog. As they send you parcels, they can attach one catalog to that parcel to help you see other services and other things you can buy or transact with them. So they use catalog. Warehousing service as well. These people also have a place where they keep much of their goods before they package them, and so that also provides a means of storing goods for future need until they are needed. Okay, so that's one of the ways mail order business operates, because they have these things as part of the thing that makes them viable and effective in the business environment. So advantages of mail order business. Mail order business has the following advantages. As we have actually mentioned, some of those features start to be advantages, of course. Now, number one is that there's advert opportunity. Mail order business has opportunity to advertise to many customers who use the services. Okay, they can attach catalog, they can attach pamphlet, they can attach information that relays messages of advert to customers alike. All right, and so they have opportunity to advertise for free most times. Okay, to their customers. Provide credit facilities. Sometimes they can also make credit sales available to clients, trustworthy clients or creditworthy clients. They can provide such a buy now and pay later facility to them, and so they can actually enjoy credit facilities. Of course, they too can also enjoy because they are a large firm. So because of their size, they are trustworthy. They can also enjoy in return credit facilities. So it's an advantage for both ends as at when needed. Because that is, they can transact business now and collect the value and pay later as agreed. So the reduction in bad debts, because of the way they operate, they have lesser volume of credit facilities they provide. These are done not in large sum. They are done with perfection to the extent that your bad debts are actually kind of eliminated so much, unlike other businesses. So mail order business is more like a cash and carry transaction, but only in a few cases I can enjoy such credit facilities. So they reduce bad debt a lot. That is, they limit the times that debt can be owed and the length it can be owed. So that in this case actually have to minimize bad debt. That is, what are bad debts in this case? These are debts that are irrecoverable after a period of time. All right. So at the time it was to be recovered, if it's not gotten, it's called a bad debt. So the bad debt has become stale, taking longer than necessary. Okay. In business, you can cite that bad debt and still continue your business because the money must have been used for other things, but it didn't come. So yes, it's bad debt. Availability of postage services. They also provide postage services because they are mail order. They go through the post, so they do other postal services as well. to deliver your parcels and other things, letters and documents to destination. So yes, they have that as well. Then they provide convenience for customers. Convenience, so a place of relaxation, a place of when you have them as your service provider, you feel relaxed, you feel comforted, all right, and so that makes them a kind of a home-based, all right, a home-based service provider. So you feel at home when they are there for you to provide the services. So it makes it easier for you to be more relaxed and enjoy your services as much as possible. So it makes you not have some kind of anxiety because they are good in what they do and they're professionals in what they do. So it makes a convenient transaction for customers alike. The direct link with producers. These people also have direct link with what? With producers, because with them, the producer can use them to send to the final consumer, to their customers. So that means they can eliminate what? They can eliminate middlemen and sell at a reasonable price to the final consumer. So high profit is also there because of that ability to buy from to directly take from the producer and send to the customers or consumers. They can sell at a reasonable price for profit's sake and still be a cheap price in the market. Okay, so yes, when they cut out the middlemen, they can sell to the public at a price that is okay for them for higher profit, but still very okay, affordable for the open market. Yes, that's why they can also make good profits. So think about it. If it's a business you like to do, then find a way to start it if you can. Then what are the ills of mail order business? Disadvantages of mail order business. A high cost of advertising is there because in this case you have to print catalogs, right, continuously, and other means of advertising. They can also go social, they can also go mass media, but printing of catalog is not a small money activity that we go to all the customers that can receive it. So they spend so much on advertisement. That means, of course, if you cannot do that, it's a disadvantage for you trying to go into the business. Okay. Then absence of personal contact, right? You don't have direct contact with customers in a case. They don't have direct contact with customers. So that also limits some kind of loyalty creation. So they may not have much loyalty from customers because it's not personal, all right? It's impersonal. The services are all impersonal. They don't have direct relationship with customers to create loyalty. So that, and again, is a disadvantage for the business. Then absence of physical inspection. You cannot go to a store. You can go to a store, but you cannot go to a mail order business to check what you're buying or to see before you pay. No. It is when it's brought to you and you pay for it, you can have access to open and see what you paid for, right? So yes, that is a disadvantage because when you see it, it might not be exactly what you have ordered for, right, and what you paid for. So in that case, it's also a disadvantage. High risk of losses. Of course, some of the things you buy and you cannot use it may not be accepted back from you, right? So you may have lost your money and time and energy and effort, right, and anticipation. So it's a painful thing when you don't have value for what you paid for. So in that case, it's a disadvantage for mail order business. Our catalog may be misleading. So it's an opportunity for you to get misled by the content of the catalog. They will have beautiful pictures, right? Example of what I ordered and what I got, that kind of expression. Yes, the catalog may have fine and expressive images and goods you want to buy, but when you order for it and it's delivered to you, you see something totally different or massively different from what you're actually expecting to get. So it can be misleading. So when you take the catalog and look at what you've got, exactly what you ordered for, it may be misleading. Sometimes could be very misleading. So also that's a disadvantage for mail order business. We look at hypermarkets. Hypermarkets, another large-scale retail business. Hypermarket is a big box store that combines a departmental store and a grocery supermarket under one roof, all right, and offers a wide range of products, including full grocery lines, that is food item related aspects in the big house, right, and general merchandise and every other thing that you can think of buying, all right. That's a hypermarket, okay. Now, in theory, it allows customers to safely to satisfy all their shopping needs in one trip. All your shopping needs, whatever you think of buying at any time, when you enter such a place, you can get them all in one trip. So that's what makes it a hypermarket. This is a good example of what a hypermarket looks like. All right, there's an aspect of this that has all kinds of food items. One aspect has all kinds of gadgets. One aspect have all kinds of other things, clothing, whatever you can think of. So this is an example of hypermarket. You can see in one big house containing different shops, different stores, different items, well stacked in there. You can see they have line 1, so line 13, 15, 17 like that. So imagine what it is. So big place like that. If you've been in such a place, you know that yes, they're actually very, very big. Okay, see, this is a foreign location as well. You have each of these is telling you the lines. They use this line as direction inside the place because it's very massive. So it's a hypermarket. So our features of hypermarket. What and what makes it a hypermarket? What and what makes it a hypermarket? Of course, hypermarket buys directly in most cases from producers. So they buy like batches of outputs, all right, from the producer, and then so they buy in bulk, okay, and they also sell in bulk to a lot of small wholesalers, all right, and other large-scale retailers, of course. Now, location at outskirts of town, they don't have, because of the space needed, they don't have enough place in the town or residential areas to build it. So they go outskirts of town because it's always massive with a large car park, because hundreds, if not thousands of people come there every day, all right. Transport operators do have a space to park because it's a big place. So they are located outskirts of town where you can drive to, all right, and travel to, not too far though, of course, to get what you need. But when you enter there, you can make all your shopping at once. That's what it is. Then it uses self-service. You enter there, nobody takes you around. You go around by yourself because you see guidelines, what you need, you give you direction, what you want. So you go to those areas to get what you need. So, but you can do the shopping by yourself and get all you need and put in a trolley or a basket and go pay at the checkout point. So yes, low prices for goods. Their prices are always smaller because you know they buy most times from manufacturers. So that's what makes the price much more affordable. It requires large space. Of course, they require large space within and outside the building for ease of movement of vehicle and persons. Yes, that's the feature of the advantages of hypermarket. They stock wide variety of goods. They stock wide variety. In fact, they offer wide variety of goods and services. Yes, because if you enter there, it's not just items you buy. They can also offer other services while you are there. So yes, they offer wide variety of goods and services. They have low price for goods they sell. It's a good advantage as well because they buy mostly from the direct from the producers or manufacturers, so they sell at a reasonable price. Use of self-service is another advantage because they don't need to employ more persons to work for them. People do this, the machines or whatever. People go ahead on their own to choose what they want and make it available for payment. Convenience in shopping, right? You do it at your own pace, at your own, style, at your own choice. You enter there, you go through the lines or sections to look for what you want by yourself. You enjoy the environment, all right? Whenever you're tired of going around, you can come and make a payment. They won't force you to finish your shopping. You can stay there for as long as you want. They won't ask you out except you're doing something stupid, all right? So, but if, in case you are orderly and, you can stay as much as you want because at your convenience, you buy and you go. Ease of accessibility. They make sure that where it is located, you have good road network, and then good transport system that's available, and motorable road, of course, and then also security. So these things are making it easy for you to accept this place. If not, they won't have customer. But when the things when there's access road or accessibility, you can attract more patronage. So yes, these are the advantages that they have as a market or a trade. Disadvantages include the following: they have reductions in sales because of their location. Because of the location, they may lose more sales because some people might just think about the distance and be discouraged to go there. Less personal attention. When you go there to buy, you don't have the privilege or the advantage of talking and discussing about price or getting more acquainted with the owner, all right? It's less personal. Even the attendants who are there are more like, okay, go there, you see what you want, go there, you see what you want. They won't decide with you what you want to buy, okay? It's less personal in that kind of a place. Then you have huge capital requirement to set it up. Because of the huge capital requirement to set it up, most people cannot afford to go that far in doing business, so they are limited to what they can do, and that means, yes, such people or such businesses are not very common. They are very, very scarce. They are very few in their numbers across the nation. Okay, yes. The high cost of operation. With that, you know, regular power supply, regular maintenance, and all the personnel that are on ground to do whatever you need to do. It includes what high cost of operation. These are the things that makes it a disadvantage. Of course, put together, it will give you what? A better profit for yourself. So you can make much money even though you spend much as well. All right, so differences between hypermarket and a supermarket. We've studied supermarket in a previous video, so let's look at the differences here now. A hypermarket, they are larger in size and space than the supermarket. The supermarket has a smaller size and occupies a small space, okay? So compared to the hypermarket, the supermarket is smaller, while the hypermarket is larger in size and space, and what they use, in fact, that's what it is. Then they may be few in number due to large space and area needed. That's for hypermarket. Then for supermarket, they are more in number and located in strategic places in cities, in residential areas. Okay, they're located in residential areas, and they can be much more in number than hypermarket. For hypermarket, they must provide parking space for their customers. All right, they must provide that, because if not, you have less patronage. But for the supermarket, they may operate without a parking space. They will still sell, because people can still park anywhere and come to their store and to buy without a problem. Okay. Then for hypermarket, prices of their goods are lower than the supermarkets. Okay. For the supermarket, they have goods of higher prices compared to what the hypermarket, because this hypermarket buy in larger quantity. They can buy in batches of output from the manufacturer, so they have at a lower price per unit compared to supermarkets. All right, so they could sell at a lower price than the supermarket. They sell a variety of goods as well, including equipment, clothes, and so on. But supermarkets concentrate more on consumer and non-durable goods, all right, like food items, etc. So these are the things you have to be aware of when you talk about hypermarket and supermarket. But in this case, remember, hypermarket combines both supermarket and general merchandise. Okay, so yes, that's what it is. It's a hybrid market, combining two or more kinds of market in one. So take note of that. All right, so we look at another large-scale retail outlet, which is called variety store. A variety store is, or you can call it one-stop shop. All right. A variety store is a retail store that sells many different kinds of products that are not expensive. That are what? Not expensive. It is also known as what? A 5 and dime or pound shop or dollar store. So you can call it 3 different names, okay? 4 different names actually. Variety store, one-stop shops, or in fact there are 5. One-stop shop, variety store. You can call it 5 and dime. You can call it pound shop or a dollar shop. So any of these names used at any time, don't forget that they're talking about what? A variety store. All right. So the store sells general merchandise. Anything you can think of, that's what it means. Anything you can think of, you can buy it from the variety. That's where the word variety comes from. All right. Whatever you can think of, as far as it's legal, all right, it's tradable in the marketplace, you can buy it from a variety store, such as clothing, auto parts, dry goods, toys, hardware, furniture, a selection of groceries, etc. These are the kind of things you can buy from what? From a variety store. Okay. Yes. Now you can look at this place. You can see a lot of things that you can imagine are inside this building. The view of a variety store from afar or from the outside. Okay. Yes. What are the features of a variety store? There's absence of credit. You can't buy and pay later. You must buy and pay immediately. All right. There's no room for credit facilities for a variety store customer. They have indirect and direct advertising. They can advertise in both ways. They can advertise generally because they sell various things. So they can advertise directly to some customers who have direct need, They can also advertise indirectly to the general public, okay, for what they sell and what they have to offer the public. So they are cited mainly in urban centers. They are cited mainly in urban centers. Diverse product selection. They have variety. Whatever you can, like I said, any item of choice you want to think of, the best place you can go to is what? A variety store, because they are most likely to have it than any other place. Okay, so yes, they sell not expensive though, of course, because they have it in abundance. Affordability, because it is something that anyone who has the intention to buy can go there and be able to buy it because it's affordable in price. Okay, so self-service layout, of course, when you enter there, you also have to take yourself through the shop or through the store to pick whatever you think you want to buy and then go make payments. Smaller store size, it's not as big as the other shops like the hypermarket or the supermarket, but of course it can contain all they are selling, all right? Because they don't buy all of them in large amount, they have a sizable amount of each thing they are selling, all right? So it can contain in that some particular store or building. So they have smaller store size. General merchandise focus, they don't have focus on any particular area, but they are everywhere. They can buy and sell anything. That's what it means. Okay, so convenient location. They make sure that this shop is located at a place where all and sundry can come and buy without a challenge. That is what makes it a convenient location, located at a convenient place for customers alike. These are the features of variety store. Okay. Let's look at the good part of variety store. What good does it bring for us as customers or consumers who want to partake or patronize them? It promotes one-stop shop, one-stop buying, okay? You enter there, like I told you, you're going to get everything you think you want to buy. They are most likely to provide it for you, so you go there and check. You can get whatever you think of buying. Once it's legal, all right, you can buy it from a variety store. They stock wide assortment of goods. They have everything, and like I said, variety from the most insignificant things to the most significant things, all right? Large and small, toys and whatever, children and adults, you know, think about it. They have wide assortment of goods. Shopping is convenient. You go around at your own pace and collect what you want and pay as instructed. They create impulse buying because of how they arrange the things. You want to buy all your eyes can catch, all right? But you must mind your pockets, all right? So you want to buy all your eyes can catch. They create impulse buying because of how beautiful they arrange their shelf and they arrange their goods in display. They make you want to buy all. So you buy without thinking until you finish buying. It is affordable in price. So their goods have affordability in nature. So you can buy and be able to buy and buy more. So those are the good things about, talking about the advantages of variety store. We have learned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of course, of them. That's not exhaustive though. There are many other things, but this, for the time sake we have, we limit it to that 5. Of course, 5 is reasonable enough. Then disadvantages of variety stores. Well, goods may be expensive, in quote, when they find out that no one else can sell what they are selling and you can look for it elsewhere, many places you can't get it, they may decide to sell it expensive. That in that case, they become a monopoly, they can influence the price and maybe quantity as well. So yes, for that particular good, it can become a monopolistic price determinant. Okay, so goods may be what? Expensive. They have limited product quality and quantity as well. Once you it means that they are the only ones who can sell to you that particular item. You can only buy what they can offer to you. So whether it's high quality or not, you don't have a choice but to buy from them. Okay, once you have need for it. So you have limited product quality and quantity as well. So we have inferior customer service. They don't really care much about your satisfaction. In this case, they don't really have your satisfaction in mind because you go there by yourself to select what you want and deal with it. So that's all. Then we have perception of quality. You know, it's sometimes you look at it because they seem to be monopolistic in nature sometimes. So the quality may not be top notch, all right? So customers may not really believe on the quality of what they sell, so that also is a disadvantage. And they too may not really care much about the quality they sell to you, because of they know that they seem to be among the few that have that to offer to the public. So the quality may not be enough, and they may ask you to pay more than required. So they have inconsistent inventory. Because of the nature of what they sell almost everything. You may not have all that you need all the time. Okay, they may have, sometimes it's available, sometimes it's not there. So you have to be patient enough for them to buy or stock what you want to buy. So sometimes they are out of stock for what you want to buy because they have so many things to buy. So they have inconsistent inventory for your patronage. These are the disadvantages of a variety store. Retail cooperative society is another consideration we have here. Now, what is it? This is a form of cooperative society in which many small independent retailers pool their resources together to enable them buy their goods in bulk from manufacturers and sell to lower prices to their members. Okay, so this is an example of retail cooperative society that we have seen. Of course, these are the ones that started at the earliest cooperative society that we know in the world. Okay, what are the features? It is owned by members. The society or the business outfit is owned by its members. All right, so they contribute together to form it. They stock variety of goods because they are also into business, so they don't want to limit themselves to one kind of goods. So they buy a lot of variety of goods to store where you have it in a shop. Okay, management is by elected members, so the members are the ones that manage it according to election, democracy or democratic process. They use this process to elect their leaders. So democratic control is also a form of rulership or management of the business. So they have low prices because they buy from manufacturers and distribute among them or sell to themselves at low and affordable prices. Patronage by members. Members are the major patronage buyers of their products. They buy in bulk and sell mostly to their members, except when they have an outlet to sell to the public, of course. So these are the features of retail cooperative society. You have high turnover as an advantage because they keep buying continuously and selling to their members and sometimes to the public. So they have high turnover because of the number of persons who will buy these products from them as a member of the society. You have sales on cash and carry basis. You don't come and buy and pay later. No, you buy and pay immediately. Low prices because, of course, they buy from the manufacturers. They will sell at a lower price per unit. And economies of scale or large-scale production or operation, that is it, because they have ability to buy in large quantity of batches from the manufacturer, and also they distribute among themselves. So that also means what? They enjoy large-scale production or operation, which we call economies of large-scale production or operation. So they enjoy that as well because they deal in a large amount of purchase and distribute in units to their members at very affordable price. Democratic management and control is another advantage because they use the one man, one vote to decide on whatever they want to do. So that makes it a good one. Your voice is heard in this kind of organization. No need for advertisement. No need for advertisement because they are the ones who to advertise to themselves. So membership is open to anybody. You can join up in this business if you wish. There's room for you to come in. You can also decide not to join. So no exploitation is expected because everybody knows how much they spend and how much is to be sold to them per unit. Then you have too much democracy may spoil the stew, all right? When things are done in a democratic way all the time, some people will be taking it for granted and they will not obey or abide by the process, so it becomes a problem for the business. Incompetent management may occur because those who have physical presence and can pull the crowd sometimes may be given the offices they cannot be able to manage, so it brings novices into management, so this can cause a problem as well. Illiteracy of members can also bring a problem in management, so they may just be there as owners, but they may know the right things to do to expand the business opportunities. So illiteracy may become a problem in the business management. Narrow range of goods Yeah, they do variety of goods, but they're also limited to the amount of varieties they can actually buy or store. So they're limited by that as a disadvantage. No room for credit facilities. You don't buy and pay later, you pay as you buy. There's a lack of capital. They don't have adequate capital to expand. They are limited by the number, by the contributions of members. So that is enough limitation. So they cannot get much from outside. Yeah, so they have limited capital to expand to the much they should or they want to. So these are the understandings that we should have based on the large-scale retail trade. So let's take one or two questions to complete this aspect of our studies. So we're going to ExamGuide now to look at questions that we can see. All right, so number one question says, some of them might not directly contain what we just studied, so I just answered some of them. So among the following is a middleman. Who among the following is a middleman? We have consumer, manufacturer, insurer. We're talking about agent is our answer. So an agent is a middleman. Yeah, centralized buying and decentralized selling are features of centralized buying and decentralized selling is a feature of multiple shop, departmental store, mail order business, cooperative society. It's what? Cooperative society. Sorry, it's a multiple shop because they have centralized management. Okay, yes, multiple shop is our store, is our answer. Two main branches of trade are home and foreign trade. Okay, and which of the following function is of the wholesaler helps to stabilize price? Is warehousing. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think we'll take this one now and we'll end it. An example of a primary product is cocoa. All right, thank you very much for your time. Let's meet in the next video. God bless you.